Good morning, good afternoon, good evening across the country, around the world. Welcome back to the Kerbal Space Program. I've been playing off camera for a couple hours, doing some satellite things, because it gave a bunch of back-to-back missions for the repositioned satellites. And I also sent up a couple of satellites. I sent one to Minmus and one to the Moon to do ScanSat, because why not? I was about to start doing some relay missions, then I was like, wait, no, do I need it? I don't know yet. I don't think it's a critical thing yet. I want to wait. I think what I'll probably need to do first is upgrade the tracking station to the higher level. Because that's currently, 2. So I could do that, but that would take a chunk of our money. Honestly, I'd rather upgrade this guy because I can get better science things. And I would have, still 600,000 left. But I was going through missions, seeing what was there, and satellites, station, ferry VIP, magnetic field. Yeah, now that D-Magic is there, you get D-Magic missions, which is cool. Because it'll say, like, magnetometer from low orbit, magnetometer from high. RPWS from low, RPWS from high. And those are great. Those actually give you a lot of money. I might send up a probe just to do this later, but not right. Actually, you know what? Yeah, that's around Duna. That's around Eve. Oh, there was some from the Moon. I should have taken those. Did I take them? No. Well, hopefully I'll get more. But Duna and Eve, that's nice, but I'm not going to be going there yet. Anyway, while I was getting these, I got one for a rescue mission. And normally I'm like, alright, I'll do a few normally when I play through, I'm like, alright, I'll do a few, rescue missions just to set the example, and then the rest, But, recover Carson and his scrap from orbit of Kerman. So it's the added complication of his scrap, but that's me. That's my name. My name is Carson. If you watch this channel for a while, or if you look at it, you can see this is by Carson. That's me. I can't pass up an opportunity to not save myself. Good. So this gives me the weight. It's a ton. It's almost 2 meters. It's a meter 1.3 by 1.3. We can probably figure out what it is then. It's probably a lander can. Not what I wanted. I just want to read it. Does this give dimensions? Ah. No. 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 Ah. It might be this guy, because that's 1 ton. Anything else is different amounts of tons. So, either way, it's going to be something small and easy to snag. So, to make this happen, we're going to need the... Where is it? GRABBER. There it is. Okay, so I can't start off with that one. That's fine. We're going to go ahead and get the Mark II command pod just because it gives us more options for mounting parachutes. And if we're going to be recovering his vessel, we're going to need to be able to, to mount a whole bunch of parachutes. Grab her. And we're just going to plop that guy on the top. Haven't used this yet. Arm. It's the claw. Disarm. Toggle flag. Oh, that's fun. Anyway, that's that. I'm thinking, because it's going to be something extra, I don't want anybody burning up or anything. I wanted to slap on like a bigger heat shield. I might. I just might slap on a bigger heat shield underneath. It'll be funny, but hey, once you're in space, who cares? We'll have a, what's it called around this? Because that's that. Yeah. I think I will have the bigger heat shield just to protect whatever is up here. Hopefully that'll help. The other option, though, we can go ahead and scrap all of this. The other option, I have sent those probes, basically the same satellite I sent up to do the Kerman's scan set with all the science equipment on it. So I got a fair amount of science. I'm wondering, is that here? No. Is it here? No. 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 Oh. Aha! The 10-meter heat shield. I think for this, because I want to protect what I'm recovering, I think we're going to go ahead and spend the science on this. Even though it's not part of the main set of goals for the space station. Where was it? Oh, no, there it was. Yeah, I think it's something we want just to protect everything. This is an inflatable heat shield. There we go. that starts off at, you know, the 2.5 meter size and then expands to 10 meters across. It's a great thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful piece. So, come on, up. Okay, good. I don't know where the grabber was. We're going to go ahead and put this guy on there. Boop, on the bottom there. And it's jettisonable like this. So, that's amazing. Let's see. Coupling. We can go ahead and throw a Rockamax on the bottom of that. Boom. And that's all protected and taken care of. There's the grabber. It's part of... coupling. That makes sense, because it couples and grabs on. Alright, so... not thermal. Utilities? That's right, they are in utilities. Parachutes. We're going to use a whole bunch of the... what's it called? It's the radial mount parachutes, because even though it's not huge, it's going to be something. So we want to have a little more oomph in our parachutes, just so that we are going to be guaranteed that we will make it back. I'm actually going to put even one more set here. So we all have 6 parachutes, all the parachutes. So this will grab onto it, we'll maneuver back, and yeah. Deep rescue. Let's do that and save that real quick. Further complicated, I mean, not that anything in Kerbal Space Program is ever terribly simple, but this is this is further complicated by Carson's orbit. He's not here at Kerman. He's orbiting Kerman. Orbiting out here. He's orbiting outside of the moon's orbit. He could actually hit the moon, or get hit by the moon. He actually get a gravity by the moon and get sent out. I actually just saved a satellite from that happening. But he's between 15 and 11, almost 12,000 kilometers out. Yeah. So that's interesting. It's going to be, I mean, it's not going to be horrible to get there, but it's going to be costly in terms of fuel. So we have to build something that has a lot of delta V. All right, let's get back in here and finish building. Alright, so, no, fuel tanks. We're going to go for the bigger Rockamax and a Poodle, because they're nice and efficient. We are going to, let's see. Oh yeah, let's take a look at this. So, inflate. Boom! That's how big it gets. So it'll definitely protect whatever is latched on up here. Deflate. I just like seeing that. Before we do that, actually, we can attach you real quick. We want to make sure this guy has the parts it needs to survive. Not that we're going to go anywhere to do much, but it's better to be prepared. Let's go ahead and slap on one of these guys. Actually, no, let's do the little communication just because that's, there we go. Just because that is a little more, it's a little cleaner looking. Good. And then we're going to give it some batteries. Not much, but some. We can go ahead and put that. You're the bigger one, right? Yeah, put that there. We're also going to give ourselves a little extra oomph. Oh. We are going to want... Yes, we are going to want RCS. We might want a fair amount of it. We're going to go ahead and take the big can. Reason being, if we have to negotiate and effectively dock with that thing. Now, we could do it all with the motor, with the main engine, but that's not really desirable. Ooh, I did. Four along here, and let's go with 4 along the reaction control thruster. Come on, there we go. So that's good. We got some batteries. The next thing we need is a little bit of solar power. I don't think 4 is necessary. I could put them up here, but that's kind of funny looking. Can't put them on there. I could put them down here. I mean, we'll be okay. Yeah, we'll put them on there. That'll be fine because we can action groups? I don't yet. By the time we ditch and go to this, we'll be running on internal power anyway, and we'll have the power in the battery, the power in here. We'll be fine. Let's see, what does this say? Nothing concerning about this vessel. Good. Nothing concerning you, but and poor Carson. Poor me. Alright, so this could be the main vehicle that gets out to him, latches on, and returns. I hope. Fingers crossed. After that, let's see, another Rocket Max. And then after this, we're going to do our fairly standard type of launch, although this is a bit heavy, so I think I'm going to kind of, well, I'm going to double down. This is like what we would launch the Apollo thing with, I think. Kind of. So let's see. Nope, engines. We're going to do 2 of the big orange tanks. 2. We're also going to throw on, because we might be using this to get somewhere, we're going to throw on RCS down here as well, just because it helps. Make sure we're lined up with that. There we go. Good. And we're going to, of course, have a mainsail. Boom. And then typical, nope, I keep forgetting, coupling. There they are. Your typical, just 2. Your typical launch of, again, a orange fuel tank. Is that square? Yes, orange fuel tanks with the twin bores underneath. That way, there we go. Oh, the flag's facing outside, though. There we go. There it is. Excellent. Of course, this. Don't use strut, because we have auto strut. This part, root part, grandparent part. I like that. We'll have you auto strutted to the root part. And we'll just start with the root part auto strutted to the heaviest part. Excellent. I don't think there's really anything else we need to do with this guy. Oh, let's work on the staging. Good. Oh, of course, launch clamps. Good. Up there. So, 3 stages fire, release, those release, this keeps firing, eventually separate there. Light the poodle, use that to maneuver, RCS and whatnot, and grab. I think this should be enough delta V. I mean, we have to create an intercept, so that's going to be tedious. We'll probably go to a lower orbit and then do a Hohmann transfer up to Carson. Nothing concerning. I'm not going to do any science, so I don't really need that. Oh, I kind of just want... Yeah. I get a lot of people. I kind of just want Jeff. Actually, no, here, let me take Bill. He's an engineer. Yeah. And that way there's an empty seat for Carson. Deep rescue, save, and launch. So this will obviously take a few episodes to do this. We'll get this up into orbit and stretch it out. And then we'll put a cut in, I think. And then next episode we'll actually generate the encounter and the return. Alright, so. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and give it full throttle for a moment. Yes, Jeb has all the everything except for target, which is fine. Ooh, they wibble a little bit. So maybe some struts will be good, but maybe it's not necessary. Auto strut, disabled, heaviest part. Alright, oh yeah, our thrust to weight's pretty decent. We're going to go ahead and kick over for that gravity turn. Nice and gentle like. Again, keep throttling down. Come on, push that over just a little bit more. Yeah, we're going to be hitting the sound barrier soon, and that's not ideal at this low in altitude. A little more. A little more. We'll leave it there for a moment. Let's see. Yeah, the way this fuel is burning, I think we'll be okay. Go ahead and lock prograde. That should get us... Whoa. Audio does weird things. That should get us a pretty decent gravity turn. Our apoapsis is climbing. The time to apoapsis is climbing, which are all good things. Whoa. I haven't done a rendezvous like this in a while. Oh yeah, cities. Clouds and ground scattered gives you cities, so it looks like there's, you know, stuff besides just grass, which I think is really cool. Anyway, I haven't done an intercept like this in a while. I'm pretty sure it's going to be all the same mechanics as, what's it called, as a low orbit. You just get into a lower orbit than your target, catch up on it, and counter it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and turn you to orbital, because we're out of the thicker parts of the atmosphere. Good. Fortunately, these thrusters have lots of gimbaling. Okay, so that's getting up there pretty well, and we're out of the thickest atmosphere. We're going to go ahead and kick it over horizontal to flatten out, to make sure we achieve an orbit. There we go. Yes. Oof, that, I don't know about you guys, but that rocket thrust in my ears is pretty loud. I think just because I have so many of them. Alright, we're going to wait till that burns out, which should be in just a moment here. Oop, and we're in space. Yay. And there they go. Goodbye. Yeah, and we're still pushing that up. So we're going to go ahead and thrust almost down. If you thrust, what is that? Radial in, you're going to be swapping this apoapsis for the periapsis a little bit. Oh, a little too much, a little too much, a little too much, a little too much, a little too much. Here we go. So somewhere in between, you're kind of swapping periapsis for apoapsis, but forces the whole thing to screw around that way. It's not perfect or ideal for circularizing, but it gets you into orbit a little bit easier, a little bit lazier. Now that it's up pretty high, we could go ahead and tweak that even more. And it'll drop a little bit, but it gets you into a stable orbit. Whoop. Looks like that stage ran out, which is fine. Alright, now periapsis is still in the atmosphere, that's fine. Quick save. Warp there. Set it for prograde. We'll just burn a little bit to make sure we are prograde. Then we'll get our vessel set. Oh, I wasted RCS nozzles. At least I didn't waste any RCS fuel itself. Oh, activate that engine. That would help. So we raise our periapsis to like 100. There we go. All right. So let's get our vessel kind of set up. Let's extend all the solar panels. And, oh, we have the Communitron. I thought we were going to extend the little guy, but we don't have it. So power-like. Power situation is fine. Still have tons of fuel, which is great. So, let's see. We are there. Carson is, oh, way over there. Boop. Set as target. So, let's see. How are we on the inclination to him? Within 1.4 degrees. Because he's further out there, kind of like Minmus, you know, we're going to go ahead and try to match that as much as we can. Maneuver. What does that do? Oh, hey, there. Boom. Okay, that was easy. Just kind of futzing with it. So that's good. Oh, we can go ahead and set it to... Which one is that? Anti-normal. And we can burn there. That's great. Get it lined up. Good. Quick saving. Warp to the next maneuver. Get ourselves lined up. Alright, so I got a little bit of time. I find this to be quite helpful, especially to catch myself so I don't overburn or over time warp. Still happens, but you know. Alright, what's it? 0.0. Good. So we're matched inclinations to it. So it's actually out there at the moon. I mean, we could go for a lower orbit. I mean, we are technically already in a lower orbit. We could just burn and encounter it, kind of like, what's it called? Kind of like if you were to burn for Minmus or the moon. So let's go ahead and put it here, add maneuver, just to see what happens. And then we should get an encounter, I think. Or at least it'll give us... Ah! So that's a little too soon. Ah, there we go. Yes, yes, yeah. Oop, oh, too much. So that's fairly close. That's going to get us 400 and some odd kilometers away. But it's a start. That's on our return? I don't know if I like that. Although it gives us plenty of time to slow down and encounter him. Let's go really, really slow. Okay, so that's 96. Good. Okay, good. And as we approach him again, we'll be burning prograde to match our orbit to him. So that's okay, because we're actually going to be going slow. It's at our apoapsis, etc., etc. Yeah, this should work out just fine, I think. Yes, we'll go with that. I mean, it's just like burning, you know, toward the moon. We should have plenty of fuel to execute this maneuver. All right, so that maneuver's coming up in 5 minutes. I think it's going to be mostly prograde. It should be mostly prograde. Hopefully that'll rotate down to it in a minute. If not, we'll just match on the marker. So again, quick save. Warp to the next maneuver, and yeah, it's gonna be prograde, which is beautiful. That's what we're looking for. Ooh, an 85-minute burn. That's 40, 42. So at 42 seconds. I mean, this is gonna tick down and give us the indicator anyway. That's a pretty big burn, so we're just gonna hit full throttle now. And yeah, we should have enough fuel. If not, we do a rescue mission to save everybody. So, wow, so that's, we're moving slow. It's in a day. When we first pass his orbit, he's still way over here. Because we slow down so much and then come back, we strike him on the way back. That works. Alright. So we'll get this encounter set up. Actually, I might match orbits with him and then do the docking and recovery on the next episode. Kind of depends on timing. We're at about 22.5 minutes here. Ugh, and this burn is taking a while because it's a poodle. We're still, yeah. Alright, so we'll let it go. This will be fine. This will be just fine. Just debating deleting the node and just doing it by hand, but for this, I'll keep it the way it is. Actually, no, we'll kill it. We can start reducing thrust. It's going to start climbing really fast. Alright, so there's the encounters. Alright, now we're going to use RCS and just burn prograde. See? Oh, that's beautiful. Little tiny taps of RCS. Tap, 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 tap. Nope. Come on. There we go. 2.7 kilometers. That's a pretty darn close interception. Our relative speed is going to be 452 meters per second. So we know we have to speed up somewhere around that range. But it's not the end of the world. We had, what was that, 800 meter per second burn. We used up about a third of our remaining fuel. So this might be a little tight, but we can always, honestly, you can actually, I think it is before, you can honestly burn all your monopropellant. From up here, it takes forever, but you can burn monopropellant and get back into what's it called, to an atmospheric encounter. So, all right, let's see. Okay, so we got our encounter. That's great. We actually don't need to. We don't need to make a mid-course correction because there's no sphere of influence or whatnot. We're just going to get close and then intercept. So let's do that. Oh, something I don't know if anybody noticed, but with the addition of Kerbal Alarm Clock, you now have the option to warp to your apoapsis and periapsis. It adds an alarm to it, though. Here, watch. Boop. There we go. Warp to apoapsis. And it's 1 day and 4 hours, almost 2 days away. We've been doing missions, so yeah, our warps, our transfer window to Duna is approaching. We have one mission to send a satellite there to a polar orbit, which is great for doing ScanSat. Can we warp any faster? There we go. My concern is the radio network. I mean, here, are we still at 100%? 99%. I think, again, we're going to be upgrading the Science Center and the relay station? The antenna center. Tracking station. There we go. The tracking station. Oh gosh, words are totally escaping me. And then we'll be setting for Duna. I think I'll do a few missions off camera, like the one that was the magnetometer scans around low and high moon orbit, because that looked like it had a bunch of money to it. And we're there. Boop, and we can delete that one. Alright. So we're here, he's there. Let's quick save here, because after this is when things get kind of fun. Although at our apoapsis, we're already moving at our slowest. Let's see. Add a maneuver. Program. I know it disrupts the encounter. Not that that's the end of the world, but it does disrupt the encounter. But it slows us down. We're still not too terribly far away from him. Can we do something weird like, yeah, that doesn't really help. But that does. That's an option. I'm not sure if it's going to make anything more efficient, though. No, we're just going to go for getting close and then just generating an encounter here. We're not going to go in that terribly fast here anyway. So, quick save. We're going to warp down to here. Excuse me. I'm going to drink a little bit of water here. All right. All right. So we're going to actually burn surface target. Let's see. Do we want to burn prograde to the target? No. We want to burn retrograde to the target to kill all of our relative motion. But we're still a ways away. That's... doesn't tell me how long, but it's a ways away. 39 minutes. Okay. So if this is 37, this is... that's about 10 minutes away. So let's split the difference. Warp to there. And then we'll start tweaking our orbit. Yes. Oh, okay. So you know what? Yeah, maybe the thing at the apoapsis to stretch it over to there would have been better. Because right now, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do stuff, and then it's going to keep moving this. We have to keep lining it up again. So we shall see. All right. So we have that target velocity, or velocity to our target. So we're just going to keep... yeah. Oh, yeah. This shouldn't be too bad. Although now we're on a... that's fun. Woo! Oh, wow. Gravity-assisted escape. Oh, good. So it's maintaining a similar separation. It's getting a little further away, but it's not horrible. This isn't taking too much fuel. This should work out just fine. This is effectively doing what I was looking at earlier. Our orbit's going to grow and match his. Boop. That's pretty darn close. I mean, that's a ways away. Can we burn? What does that do? Oh. We can RCS the other direction. RCSing in reverse. A lot of it. Not the end of the world, but it uses up some water propellant. We have a lot still, though. Come on. I mean, this would be just as effective to do it prograde to the target, but oh well. well, 100 kilometers away there. That's decent. We'll be able to burn toward our target again in a moment there. Quick save here. Warped there. Yeah, we're slowly approaching each other. Yeah, and at this point, we'll burn again retrograde to the target, killing all our relative velocity to it. And that should make, again, our orbits match up pretty well. What's our separation? 80. Oh, 80,000? I guess we crossed really close then. Ah, we can see this gets closer and closer and closer over there too, which is great. As we can see, yeah, our orbit is slowly, slowly matching his. Alright, so what's making it better? Nope, that's further. That's closer. Oh, we currently have like 0 relative velocity toward each other. So I could just point toward him and burn straight toward him, but why? Why use up the fuel when I can generate an intercept out there that, that is pretty darn close. What about you? 42. Let's look at that one. 36, 31, 28, 25. .1 kilometers. That's beautiful. We'll save that. We're going to go ahead and warp to here. It's 2 days away, but it's not the end of the world. I wonder, can we see him yet? Oh, there it is. So it's far enough away, but we're not at a point where it'll draw it yet. That's still in 25 minutes. So we can warp a little further. And it's going to come in and be drawn pretty soon. Yeah, after 2.5, so it should... Yep, you can see a speck of something, but what? We don't know. Alright, so we go ahead and kill the velocity relative to it. Good. Now we just point toward him and generate the encounter. And then same type of stuff as with docking or orbital rendezvous. You just line things up together and proceed. We're just going to get up to about... What? Why is there burn? There's no burn. That's weird. So there's no node anywhere, right? I didn't leave any nodes up. Interesting. I wonder if this gives you helpful burn for... Oh... Oh, that's cool. Better burn time gives you hints for rendezvous. That's kind of awesome. We're going to quick save real quick. Time warp up. Let the distance close. Oh, so slowly. But this is good. This is cool. This is very helpful, I think. We're going to go ahead and face retrograde to it. Yeah, oh, that's awesome. Whoop, whoop, a little fast. Quick save. Nope, that way. So we are, nope, everything's inverted. Again, trying to line up the yellow over the pink. Good, okay, 55 seconds. Oh, that goes away. Alright, well, still. That's helpful. Oh, it's one of those. Oh, poor guy. I hope he's actually an astronaut and not just a tourist. Eek. Alright. So now we're going to face prograde toward it. We're going to arm that guy and control it from there. Not that it matters, but... Control from here? Yeah. So now, in theory, we should... Oh, that's cool. We should be able to latch onto it. So it's armed, and in theory, as soon as you grab onto something, it should hook onto it. It's been a while since I've used this guy. I did one asteroid intercept mission in my last playthrough. Slow down just a little bit. And of course, it bounces off the side. Of course it does. No. Come on, fat figure, stop it. Oh, no, that way. Okay. So let's point toward the target again. We're just going to make sure we stay lined up on it this time. Nope. Oh, wow. It's so small, it's kind of difficult to grab. And I blew past it again. Just keep sending it tumbling away. Come on, come on, come on. Get caught, get caught, get caught. Well, at least I reduced the spinning. That's something. Nope. I just pushed it off my backside. Nope. And instead, it's tumbling even worse. It's tumbling on all the axes. I mean, wow, 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 wow. RT? Nothing. Oh! Oh. Oh. I feel a little bad because I just used something of a cheat. I honestly was just being lazy more. The time warp, I forgot. Time warping stops all tumbling. I didn't realize it would do that to this guy too. Well, that might help us. Ah, finally. Oy, and all I had to do was time warp to get the top stop tumbling. I forgot about that. Whoopsie. Well, we got him captured. Still got lots of fuel, lots of modern propellant. This episode went way longer than I meant it to, so we're going to put a cut in here, and then I'll return to Kerman. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. If you like, hit subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your neighbors. Pass the word. I'll catch you later.